We are good. What's up, everybody? Rico Lamite here, founder, Cannabis Global Decentralized Media Broadcast Organization, also co-host and producer over at State of Cannabis NewsHour on weekday mornings, 9 a.m. Pacific, where you can get your daily dose. And also, the dopest dad in the motherfucking universe, in the history of the world. But seriously, happy Veterans Day to everybody out there who has served or you grew up in a family, military family. You know how it is. And the big ask is that the cannabis community, we get our veterans some safe access, get them the meds that they need, period. Today's story, I dive a little bit into that. And those of you guys who know me know a little bit about my backstory. I was an Army brat myself, so Vets Day does strike a little bit of a nerve with me, and I'm pretty serious about that too. Let's hop into it. All right, so this one comes from a Marijuana Moment. I think Amy Rising and Justin Strakel over there. He's also the lobbyist for Normal. Good dude over there. They did a good job with the story. But here we go. So many veterans feel that they have been deterred from seeking medical marijuana due to VA's policy. So I don't even bring it up that much, but many folks that know me know that I grew up in a multi-generational Army family. My grandfather was in the Army, and my stepfather was in the Army as well. And I was born in Fort Belvoir, Virginia, near Alexandria, just outside of Washington, D.C. I was 4 years old when my mother married my stepfather, and we moved to Germany when I was 5. I lived there for 5 years, 3 in Munich, 2 in Augsburg, before returning to VA, where I stayed there through high school. My stepfather was fucked up. He was a fucked up individual. Just keep it a buck. I won't get into details on that, but if you guys want to know more, check out my TEDx. It's on YouTube, and I need more hits on that. So show some love over there. It's called "Man Behind the Mask: 3 Times the Cannabis Saved My Life." Anyways, so my stepfather and a lot of his friends and colleagues in the service were all like pretty fucked up. Probably never be in a good place with him or ever be on good terms. But I can't help but wonder how different things would have been with him and all of his other friends and all the military families that I knew if they had access to the same plant that I do, had access to the same medicine that I was given access to that totally changed my life for the better. One of my proudest moments this year was introducing my business partner, Fred Smith. He's also a U.S. Marine Corps vet, to California's SB 34 initiative, getting access to meds for veterans. I was able to take him out to Cannabis Works. Shout out to Shelly and her team out there, and introduce him to the whole initiative, the whole Compassion Initiative. So I'll give a shout out to her, Cannabis Works, Veterans, Cannabis Coalition, Weed for Warriors, Hello Cannabis, all the other organizations I definitely can't just name off the top of the head right now, but that ain't enough. Because millions of American veterans are consuming cannabis, as said in this article. A recent American Legion poll found nearly 1 of 4 reported that they use cannabis specifically to treat a mental or physical condition. But the VA has continued to deny them access to that medicine that they need. Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America, or IAVA, survey found 75% of vets would be interested in using cannabis or cannabinoid products as treatment option if that were available. Also in the article, it says that many veterans feel that they have been deterred from seeking medical cannabis due to the VA's policy of clinical relevance and patient care, but providers are prohibited from completing forms or registering veterans for participation in in-state approved medical cannabis programs. It's a fucking shame. Those veterans who admit to consuming say it's mostly for PTSD, anxiety, and chronic pain, but they're forced to use opioids instead. There's another report saying that the rest of them report that they use it as a substitute for alcohol and illicit drugs. So many chronic pain patients who begun using medical cannabis greatly decrease or even eliminate the use of opioids and other prescription drugs. And you'd think, in light of all of this data, that the VA would at least be proactive in their approach to investigate these claims, but they're not. They pushed back on the opportunity to actively recruit vets for FDA-approved trials involving cannabis. Current policy prohibits the VA-affiliated doctors from recommending medical cannabis to veterans, even in states where it's legal. And this article takes a position that a better option would be to allow veterans' primary care physicians the ability to oversee their patients' medical cannabis care. But we all know that doctors don't have the information or training necessary to properly do that. It's not all doctors, but most doctors do not. So we'd just be drumming up another generation of problems should we take that route. So there's current bills in Congress looking to address those issues. Legislation to provide a legal safe harbor from criminalization and an insurance pathway to financial relief. Senator John Tester, chair of Senate VA committees, bill would instruct the VA to study cannabis for PTSD, depression, chronic pain, and other ailments. The House version passed the committee last week, but it's unsure if it's going to make it through the Senate. So we need to get affordable, safe, viable solutions to our veterans that won't kill them. It won't make their issues or ailments worse. We know that cannabis isn't the end all to everything that's needed, but it can help with a whole lot of that shit. It could help them get the necessary medicine to push them forward. To help them get that access, we need congressional congressional action. And so on this Veterans Day, if you actually care more than your Facebook, Instagram, or whatever social media you use, more than those platforms say that you do, about the veterans that have served our country selflessly, you should reach out to your politicians. Tell them that they need access to cannabis. Tell them that they need access to an alternative to the bullshit that you're feeding them. Take action. Urge your local, state, and federally elected officials to advance these cannabis policy reform efforts so we can get our vets the help they need. All right. Serious one today, man. Got nothing but love for my vets. If you grew up in a veteran family like I did, and you know what the fucking time it is. So multiple bipartisan bills have been passed to no avail. So what's the real reason? We haven't secured safe access for veterans. And why is that? Sometimes the easiest answer is spot on. Special interests, man. Special interests and money. Big pharma. Bureaucracy. It doesn't take much. But when you know that people are suffering and you know that you're the cause of that suffering, the cause of their pain, give them the fucking medicine. Period. All right, so the fight for social equity has been a long slog so far. Does it make sense for veteran initiatives to be included with municipal or state programming? I'm kind of torn on that issue. I do not believe that assistance for veterans and for folks who suffered the ills of the war on drugs belong in the same category. However, if you can help both of them proportionately, I don't see why not. And it sounds like it's pandering or whatever, but you put veteran on pretty much anything, you're going to get a second look at your initiatives. So, it could work, but we saw what happened in Chicago. They're totally different issues, and easy answer is no on that one. The tough answer is yes. If you want shit to get passed, you want to tag stuff like that on it, but it's going to be tough. And you're going to get a lot of pushback from the people of BIPOC communities who have suffered more. I love my veterans, but the war on drugs specifically wasn't targeted at veterans. It was targeted at communities of color. So on a micro level, how can we do more to support the veterans in our communities and help them gain access to safe meds and shed more light on their unique barriers that they face? Reach out to them. Period. Reach out to the veterans. Reach out to these people and listen to them. Hear their stories. Get them meds. If you're in California, introduce them to SB 34. I know I do every time I connect with a veteran in everyday life. You know, cannabis is a healing plant. It's a communal plant. It brings us all together, and everybody should have access. And if these folks are going to war for us, they're fighting battles for our capitalist aspirations, they should at least give medicine that's effective. All right, so that's all from me today, y'all. Much love to everybody who checked in. Much love. Johnny89, my weekend cans. What up, what up, what up? Official Drool Clothing. Ooh, I like that brand. Raised on Rice, Baked Flowers Official. What up? What up, Matt? Johnny89 was good. My partner Fred Smith, what's happening, brother? Ryan Matthews, a couple of good veterans in my life, man. Some of my close friends. Ryan Matthews, World of Dog Training. Fred Smith, I am Fred Smith. Check his shit out too. All the veterans out there that I don't know that you're veterans, but I know you're out there in these streets. I know you're out there in the community, man. Sean Salvaje on our State of Cannabis NewsHour team. Everybody who's in that category, man. Much love to you all. I hope you get the help that you need. I hope you guys get the treatment that you need, and I hope you all are well, safe, and cared for everybody that's around you. All right, nothing but respect from me, and that's it for me today, man. So a little serious for me today, but some serious shit, man. Got to give people their medicine, especially if our tax dollars are going into paying for them to go over there and risk their lives, fuck up other countries for our greed. Keep it a fucking buck. All right. So my name is Rico Lamite, founder of Cannavision Global Decentralized Media Broadcast Organization, also co-producer and co-host over at State of Cannabis NewsHour. You can get your daily dose every single morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. on the East Coast. Oh yeah, we got some new heat coming out too, man. We got some new hoodies. I got some proofs over here. I'm gonna give you guys a sneak preview, but make sure you guys head over to Maisontiet, MAISONTIET, and show us some love, man. Got some new heat, got some stuff for the ladies coming out, and I think you guys will like it a lot. Quality is fucking fantastic, and white label and everything too. So big ups to everybody. Kiss your babies, love your mamas, hug your daddies. If you look around, there's no place else to turn. Remember, you can always turn the fuck up. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.